Hello, this is not a spring chicken. I don't know about you, but I am ready for a brand new year to start. And of course, if you are drinking and driving, I will say don't. Because it's one of those times where they're going to be out in force checking you for DUIs. We've got some news coming up for you, but for now we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Hey, who do you have with you there?
I have another member of Monty's What Happens in Vegas Doesn't Necessarily Stay in Vegas family. This is Lightning, also known to her brothers and sisters as Horses Ass Obama.
That looks like a Wells Fargo pony.
It's a Wells Fargo, Rose Parade pony.
Ah.
Isn't that amazing? They wouldn't let us come to the Rose Parade, but the people at Wells Fargo like us.
So we got a pony. And also, because we're getting ready for New Year's and a lot of people are going out for New Year's Eve. What's the thing about the DUI checkpoints?
Basically, if they catch you drinking and driving, if you basically refuse to do the DUI test, they can suspend your license on the spot and haul your car off and send you walking home.
Ooh.
And that's what they said, you'll be hitting the road, but you're going to be doing it on the old-fashioned way, shoe leather to the pavement.
That would not be fun.
Well, they said they expect people to be very sober by the time they get back to their homes.
Yeah, you would be. And polls all show that there is no need to run against Obama in 2012 because the people would elect him for life if he wanted the job.
Unfortunately, that is a legitimate poll that was out this morning by one of the people. One of the organizations that supports Obama found that the people have so accepted him as president that they would elect him for life if that's what he wanted. Yeah, that's not, the people
What?
don't, I mean, the guy's personal likability thing's below 50% now.
Well, I'm wondering how that was a real poll.
Because, remember, the Democrats control the mainstream media and the polling organizations.
And reported that the snow problem in New York was a result of what everyone but the Democrats knew, a union show of power.
Governor of the state of New York knows it now. I mean, he knew it before, but it basically, as they said, it hit the fan this morning when the father of a three-year-old who was brain dead because of what happened wants criminal prosecution. He basically told, I think what it was, you either prosecute him or I'll see it's taken care of, and he's Italian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, they said the fire department is pissed off at them because they weren't able, it's a violation to stop emergency vehicles from being able to get back and forth. They said the firemen had to run with the child all the way from their trapped vehicle all the way to the hospital. Said the firemen should be, the people that basically try to save the life of the kid are cussing out the sanitation workers, and that is not what you want to have happen. That's two public service unions at war with one another.
Oh.
But you have to remember, do these letters have any effect? SEIU.
Oh.
Yeah, and everybody knew they were going to cause a problem with that.
It's just, part of it is if they didn't do things like that, a lot more people would like them.
Oh, no,
it's frustrating.
They said the Democrats don't care. They said 18 major cities in the country are getting ready to raise taxes where they can do it circumnavigating the voters to pay for union pensions. And you don't think that people hate the unions, that when they find out that, property taxes went up on my house, the house is $700,000 less than I paid for it, and I'm paying more in
and
property
your house
taxes.
and your house is upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down. You're going to get. This is where they can do it without any assistance. The public has raised property taxes.
And Obama feels the reason there was so much misunderstanding of all that he did for the American people was that he did not explain it well enough. And we heard that one before.
He just simply tries to explain the fact that nobody bought what he was saying because he wasn't on television enough. You're going to said, okay, Valerie Jarrett has officially, unofficially said the presidential campaign started last week.
Although I did see pictures of Obama in Hawaii, and Malia, she has been growing since he's been in office. No, she's almost as tall as he is.
Yeah, well, but then again, they don't get to eat any food. They're just eating, nothing. Well, if you eat rabbit food and stuff.
Well, they were eating shaved ice.
Yeah, but probably with nothing in it, just the ice.
No, they go with flavors.
It is all right for him and his wife to have that stuff, but not for the children, because she took them to a pediatrician when they were very young, and the pediatrician has had them on a strict diet since they were little.
Yeah, but Malia, her body, body shape or style is like her dad's.
Yeah.
So she's not going to have to worry about it.
Well, that doesn't make any difference to her mother.
Democrats rebranding Obamacare and illegal aliens and everything else that people told them not to do.
I love that one. I mean, that one basically every day, they've got a name for Obamacare which nobody can pronounce. I thought that was a beauty. They can't even, the Democrats cannot even pronounce the name they've chosen to rebrand Obamacare.
Well, you know, and part of it is we talked about this yesterday, but I mean, they are, well, let's just say they're still doing it.
Well, they gave up, it was voted down yesterday in the Journalistic Ethics Organization about rebranding illegal aliens as an undocumented guest.
Oh.
That one went nowhere because they pointed out, you know, this organization didn't allow women in until 1969, and minority members are still not really welcome even though they're allowed.
Oh, really?
It's just a little bit, you know, it's funny. It's a right-leaning organization that is a leftist organization. That's when you get scary because remember Hitler was right-leaning left, and so was Mussolini, so was Hirohito. They were all right-leaning left.
And Obama cheering the lower than expected job claims.
Well, yeah, it's just like we were talking about yesterday. The day they went, yesterday he was cheering. Today they're basically got their mouth shut when they came out with the stuff. Because the news cycle ended yesterday because of the holidays. They came out with the adjusted. Well, you have to understand the reason there's less people filing for unemployment is because less people were hired over the holidays than were expected. So therefore you have less than expected claims being filed, so that basically is taking a sort of a damper on the holidays, last holiday for them.
Bloomberg, it is the fault of the people that streets have snow on them, not the government.
Well, yeah, I was listening last night on one of the news programs. One of the people on the left, on like on the mainstream station, said, "Well, yeah, it is the fault of the people. They elected the horse's rear to be the mayor a third time when the law." He's now standing up for the fact that people shouldn't be allowed to serve more than 2 terms.
Oh,
he
really?
violated the city statute that says you can only run 2 terms, that he wouldn't let Giuliani run because of it. He ran for a 3rd time because it was too important. Now he says that nobody else should be allowed to run for a 3rd term.
Of course.
So they said that it was the fault of the people for electing a person in violation of the city statutes that they passed.
Mm-hmm. Criminal charges sought in the New York snow problems, but Democrats refused to do such.
Yeah, that's what they said. Patterson, though, he's on the way out and he's pissed at these people. He's directed Cuomo, who's caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Cuomo got elected because of the unions, and Cuomo is the state's attorney general, and basically they do know that I think 8 or 9 people died as a result of what happened in New York.
Are you serious?
So therefore, an investigation, if he doesn't do the investigation, somebody like Giuliani, who was a federal attorney, is going to bring the charges himself, and the unions are going to get pounded by an office that if the federal marshals don't really care what like Eric Holder and Barack Obama want, they do their job. They work for the Congress of the United States, folks.
Criminal charges sought in the New York snow problem. Oh, we already talked about that. But former Israeli President Moshe Katsav convicted of rape.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you're basically on the wrong side of the people. You know, he basically he did unpopular things, so then somebody brought charges against him to get him out of office.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah.
Official: flooded Australian towns could be swamped for a week.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It's global. It's all the result of global warming. The fact that it's cold outside and freezing and snowing like you don't believe it. We had 1.5 feet snow in Sacramento, folks. It does not snow that often in Sacramento.
Ooh. And former AutoZar Ratner settles with Cuomo for $10 million.
Yeah, the AutoZar can't drive a car. For basically, sort of like insider trading stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay, remember, there's virtually nobody working for Obama that doesn't have a criminal past.
And Elton John and partner become parents of son born to surrogate.
I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, sooner or later, they're pissing off everybody. They don't believe in gay rights in England. They don't believe in gay rights anywhere in the world, basically. It gets you killed if you're a Muslim, and what's the #1 religion in the world?
Oh. Is Muslim the #1 religion now?
There are more Muslims than any other religion in the world. They will flat out kill you if you're gay.
And crowding temporarily halts Disneyland.
Oh, yeah, they supposedly had 75 to 100,000 people there for 2 days in a row.
Wow.
And they were shifting people. I thought, well, I realized that you paid an ungodly amount to go into Disneyland, but you can go over to California Adventure. And that really made a person, well, I think I paid $75 to go into Disneyland. Why do I want to go to because that's all you can get into?
Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, that's kind of, it's like they're trying to help them, but...
But no, but it's not helping you to put you into a crowded, smaller park.
Oh.
And they said that I think they stopped selling tickets at 10 o'clock. They stopped letting people in at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh. And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Well, you always know when a politician is lying, when that politician tries very hard to explain the fact that he's not lying.
You're being so nice. I've always heard that, how do you know if a politician's lying?
It's when they open their mouth.
So you're being nice.
No, so this has all got to do with the Obama thing, folks, because they're going to prove Obama is a citizen of Hawaii by manufacturing a certificate showing when he was born and who the doctors were. They could have done that 3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's...
So it's going to be, I happen to know absolutely a person that wasn't born in this country who was given a birth certificate from a state he'd never even visited.
Well, and part of it is if the birth certificate says Barack Obama, it's really false because...
His name is Barry.
And that's what he went to until he was
Until
older.
he became a Muslim.
Yeah.
Then he took his father's name, Barack Hussein Obama. He was Barry Obama almost his entire life until he got into...
Was it college?
He was in college,
Yeah.
then he became a Muslim, a convert. That's when he decided to go way to the left, so...